Thanks a million. Imagine you had won $30 million in a competition. What would you do with the money? Would you give it all away? Surely nobody in their right mind would do that. But in fact, over the years, there have been several examples of millionaires who give away all their money to help others. One of the most famous was the entrepreneur Percy Ross. Ross was born in 1916 in Michigan, the son of poor immigrants from Latvia and Russia. His father worked in the USA as a junk dealer, but Percy soon showed a talent for business and made a fortune in the auction business. Then disaster struck, and he lost all his money. But he soon made a fortune again with another business venture, this time manufacturing plastic bags. Business boomed, and he eventually sold his plastic bag company in 1969 for millions of dollars. Ross started giving away his vast fortune in 1977. He gave $50,000 to 50 Vietnamese refugees so that they could settle in a more comfortable home in the USA. Then he held a Christmas party for 1,050 poor children in the American town of Minneapolis. He remembered that when he was a child, he really wanted a bike, but he had to do without it. His parents would have bought him one if they had been able to afford it, but they were too poor. Ross bought a bike for every one of the 1,050 children at the party. After these first experiences of donating money, Ross came up with an idea for doing it on a regular basis. He started a newspaper column called Thanks a Million in order to give away his money, and later he hosted a radio show. Readers and listeners wrote in and asked for money. If Ross thought they genuinely needed and deserved the money, he gave it to them. He received about 40,000 requests every month and sent checks to about 150 every week. His gifts included money for the poor families to help them with their shopping bills, and $16,500 in silver coins for children at a parade. It took years, but Ross finally succeeded in giving away his entire fortune. He published his last newspaper column on the 19th of September 1999. "I've achieved my goal," he wrote. "I've given it all away." Nobody knows exactly how much this was. "I never tell anybody," he said. "It's not a question of how much one gives. Would I be a better person if I give away $2 million than if I give $1 million? However, people estimated that he gave away around $30 million. But did he have any regrets when he looked back on his life? On the contrary. "If I'd had twice as much," he said, "I still would have given it all away. For everyone I helped, there were 400 to 500 persons I couldn't help." Percy Ross passed away in 2001 at the age of 85.